Completed pass on second down. Now it's third down as the defense looks for the stop. They'll run it. Here's Martin. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a fourth down.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
And now the up man has it. It's a fake, and the gamble pays off. They get the first. It'll be a gain of 6, and on fourth down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. So they snap it straight to the up man. What's his responsibility? Normally, obviously, just to protect, but he's got to be a guy that can be pretty agile too, right?
Yeah, without a doubt, because you're talking about a guy, even in protection, he may have to slide up and down the line of scrimmage to pick up someone who comes through trying to block a punt. So you know he's got that ability to move, but oftentimes it's a running back, a fullback, someone who's used to having the ball in their hands, and he's able to pick up the first down.
They run, Martin, and a cutback left. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
So 20 yards to go here on first down. Winston now. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
Second down, Winston. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tough.
Sanu with a grab over the middle. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. 2013, Devontae Freeman reeling off a nice run.
I remember when he came out of school, when I was evaluating him for the NFL draft, I loved a lot of his game. Run it, catch it, block. But I loved how hard he played. He played every play as if it were his last, and that ran him to the Pro Bowl after the 2015 NFL season.
Freeman, the lone man in the backfield. On second down, here's Ryan. Escaping the pressure right. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Jacob Tamme, there. And it's third down.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. On third down, Ryan. It's caught, left side, Tamme. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And Bryant's kick is good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. Maybe an anxious moment or two when the ball was on its way, but he does find a way to curl it in.
Oh, yeah. That one definitely hugged the left upright, but he got it to go.
And this will be a touchback, so a first chance here in week 1 to see the ball be brought out with the new rule to the 25-yard line. So out come the Bucs now. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's caught inside the 20. And they talked about how important the passing game was going to be against that defensive look. Good job there going to the air for the first down.
It's all about preparation. It's all about planning. And then it's about execution. So they put it all together in practice. Okay, this is what we think we're going.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Mike Evans, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Bucs are just an extra point away from grabbing the lead now. And it's up and good. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And the kicker commits the kicker's cardinal sin. He kicks it out of bounds. Freeman, the lone man in the backfield. They go play action here on first down. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now a play fake here on first down. The left side completion to Jones. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Caught on the right side by Jones. And that right there will set him back a bit on the offensive holding penalty.
And you know who you want to pressure after a penalty like that? The guy who just committed the foul. You want to see if he's going to keep his head down or if he's going to get his head right back into the game. I'd send a blitz at him right away and see if he holds up.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. To throw is Ryan. And his throw is incomplete. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend, as we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Play fake to Martin. Now Jameis. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Adrian Claiborne in there to drop him with his first sack of 2016. Second down, Winston. They set up the screen to Martin. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Give him 9 yards on the second down screen play.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds back near their own 20. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, give the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker board?
Yeah, those two.
They come up in an offset eye. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. On second down, here's Ryan. Trying to lay one up deep. And got his man complete. 23 yards on the play. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Second down, 9 yards to go. On second down, Ryan. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll be fourth down. So now here comes the field goal team for the third time today. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
They try to fire up the running game with Martin. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
So now it's 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look. 6 DBs. To throw, Winston. He's got Evans. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Jameis to throw it. The tight end Cameron Brate was the target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. On 2nd down, Winston again. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Josh Huff, the intended target. And that'll make it 3rd down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, That's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, Winston. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The intended receiver that time, Adam Humphries. And it's 4th down.
3rd down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, close game. Second half, you obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They come out here in the eye. Ryan turns and gives to DeMarco. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. Defense has to stand tall here. 3rd and 1. Defense showing blitz. Freeman, the lone man in the backfield. Here's Ryan. He'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. And he's going to go out of bounds, taking it down inside the 25. It's a pickup of 21. And that leads to an Atlanta first down. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Getting it out left side to Sanu. And down inside the 15 he goes. Back now in Atlanta. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Red zone opportunity. Ryan leaves with Freeman on the draw. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
One thing I know, defensive coaches love it when they don't have to invite their players to the party. This strong safety, you never have to ask him twice to help in run support. He's going to arrive and in a bad mood.
On 3rd down, Ryan dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up 4th down. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This for a 4th quarter lead.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
So the drive here ends with a field goal, and that does give them the lead, but this one is still a long ways from over.
And you love to be able to look up at the scoreboard and see that you're out in front, but then you take one look across the field and see that offense is raring to come back out, and you think, I don't know that field goals are going to be enough to get us home.
Evans comes in motion right. First down, Winston. Right side caught by Jackson. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Six yards to go here on second down. They come out here in the eye. On second down, Martin. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Wasn't that long ago that the NFL guys really didn't adopt much from the college game. But one thing that has crept in there is spreading things out, opening things up. Not even just in tempo, but maybe getting better line splits and spreading the field. I think that would be a great strategy right now to try and open things up in the run game.
The play fake to Sims. Now Winston. He's going to rifle one deep left side. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken at about the 14. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And it'll be Falcon football as they take possession. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Patrick DeMarco now from the fullback spot. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. They come out here in the eye. On second down, Freeman. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down. Freeman, the lone man in the backfield. Now Ryan. And Jones has it over the middle. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
I really don't think that Julio Jones could be happier right now. Plenty of catch opportunities in this game. He's converted them, and his team's winning.
And Matt Ryan's happy, too, to have Julio Jones on the other side of these.
Yeah, you know, a lot of times we talk about breaking teams down, and oftentimes just through a running game. These two, they can break a team down through the air.
They run. Devontae Freeman. 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman, 43 yards. And the Falcons will extend their lead. The third-year man, Devontae Freeman, he had 1 touchdown as a rookie, 11 last year in the sophomore campaign, so he really burst onto the scene.
He certainly did, and you have to put me in the camp of underestimating him, because when he came out of college, He's one of my favorite backs, one of my top 5 backs coming out that year. But I always called him the guy who was kind of the jack of all trades. Not that he wasn't the master of all of them, but I wasn't sure how he would fit in the NFL. He fits in quite well. He's a lead runner, one of the better guys out there.
And now he's got his first rushing touchdown of 2016. And tough starting field position here. On 1st and 10, Winston. He's got time in the pocket. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And it's 2nd down.
So much of this game is men wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
His throw incomplete.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
Defense has set themselves up nicely. 3rd and 10 now. Play clock winding down. On 3rd down, Winston. He's got time. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. It's the first-round pick, Keanu Neal. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. And the Falcons now making their way back out onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Freeman. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. Caught on the right side by Jones. Julio Jones all alone.